All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming to our April team call. This is April 7th, and we are going to talk about how Team Beachbody is like online dating. And to tell you the truth, I have no idea what online dating is like, but this is the best I can do with a good guess. So anyway, thanks for coming, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some information out of it. And I appreciate you coming because you don't have to be here, but you are serious about your business. So you decided to take 30 minutes, hopefully only 30 minutes out of your night and away from your family to do a little bit more learning. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Like I said, I'm going to try to get this done in 30 minutes because that's all we need to learn a little bit and hopefully take some information and tomorrow go implement that. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Maybe. All right, can you see my screen? Christy, I can only see your face. Can you give me a thumbs up if you see my PowerPoint? All right, good. Okay. Oh, great. Things are going to start popping up here. All right. I'm going to push play. Now, when I push play, I may not be able to see you, so if you need to, if you don't see something, just unmute yourself and tell me about it. All right, so are you dating or are you committed to your business? But you're already laughing. I love it. It has to be comical or it gets boring. Okay, so I'm going to talk about 9 ways you can commit to your business. And we'll talk about recruiting, your vision, how some invitations should go, words you should say and maybe not say, including emojis and punctuation. We'll talk about success partners and then why diamond is important. Diamond and above is important. All right, so here is let me get this, I don't think I can get this picture out of my way. Can you see that picture? Where it says, Kitty helps with online dating, loser, loser, dog lover, loser. All right, so finding new coaches is like online dating. So you're scrolling through these people. Most of them you probably know, some you don't. But let's think about the people that you don't know. We also call them your cold market. So we're scrolling through these cold market, and I do this all the time. I'm like, oh, well, this person's interested. I go to their page. I'm like, no way. Like, I don't want any part of that crazy, right? But then you're scrolling and you get to someone else and you're like, oh, she looks so sweet. She has a nice little family. That's who I want to attract. So we don't want to attract the crazy people, even though for some reason crazy people really, think that's why they're crazy, because they just want to swarm on you. But so that's why it's like online dating. You really have to weed out the crazies and look for the people that you are trying to attract. So on here, I put there's a lot of fish. There's a whole bunch of people out in the world. But again, we don't want to attract every single person out in the world because we are not like every single person. You kind of have to dig deep and Shanti, and look into yourself and see what you want to attract, because like attracts like, and I will talk about that in just a second. Now, we tend to get frustrated with when we have a whole bunch of coaches and a whole bunch of coaches say, you know what, I'm going to be diamond, I'm going to be star diamond, I'm going to do this and this and this, and then they start to fizzle. And that gets frustrating, but it's very, very normal. It's normal because it almost feels overwhelming. Just like with any new job, there's a learning curve. You have to learn all this new stuff. And then once it all starts to, all these things kind of start to come to fruition. I think it's called fruition. Is that a word? Fruition? I don't know. Anyway, this is why I don't do Facebook Live. So anyway, so all these things start to build on them and they start to feel overwhelmed, just like with any new job. And then they start to fizzle out. But we want to keep them going. But at the same time, rock stars on your team are extremely rare. It's not going to happen very much that you're going to get a rock star on your team, unfortunately, but it will happen. I promise. All you need is a few rock stars, and then that's going to build your confidence, and then the ball's going to keep rolling, and you're going to get more rock stars. So 1 out of 23 coaches will be a rock star. So 1 out of 23. That means if you want to be 5-star, you need 20, 40, 68. You need over 100 coaches to get 5 rock stars, okay? And then consistency leads to commitment. So not only does consistency in your business with working out, drinking your shake, doing the 3 vital behaviors, personal development, not only doing that every single day is going to make you consistent, but it's also going to attract those rock star coaches that you're looking for. If you're not doing those things and you're not sharing that every single day, then people are going to be like, well, she does it sometimes, but she doesn't do it other times. I'm really watching this other coach that I see constantly. Okay, and the same thing for you. If you're consistent, then with your invitations, with your follow-ups, with your coaching opportunity invitations, all that good stuff we love to do, if you're consistent with that, then you are going to become more committed to your business because it's a habit. So consistency, invitation or inviting, all that good stuff becomes a habit. Then you become committed to your business. So as a coach, I just want you to think in your head, and I want you to rate let's say 0 to 10. A 0 is, let's say a 0 is a discount coach. You don't want to do anything but get the discount, and that's fine. But let's say that's a 0, and a 10 is like completely 100% in, doing the 3 vital behaviors, 4 vital behaviors every single day. You're committed. So that's a 10. Okay, so just think in your head, what am I as a coach? Am I am I a discount? Am I kind of middle of the road hobby? Am I full-time? And am I doing all of those behaviors that go along with that? So let's just say that you say, okay, I'm a 7. I'm going to say I'm a 7 as a coach. That means you want to be attracting 8s, 9s, and 10s, which is really scary once you think about it, because you want to invite people that are more successful than you. And that's scary, especially for me. I don't want to go invite people that are super successful, because why would they want to join this business? So that's immediately where I go in my head. And I need to slap my own face and say, no, I need to get out of my comfort zone, and I need to go to those successful coaches, because I need to go to those successful people, because that is who I want on my team. I want rock stars. I'm here, they're here, and I want all of them to come with me. What is very normal for all of us to do is invite like 0 to 6s, because we feel more comfortable. So we need to change our mindset and start inviting those 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, all these successful people to join our team. Now, are you falling off the wagon? That sounded like a commercial, didn't it? Are you falling off the wagon? Because if you continue to fall off the wagon, again, people aren't going to want to join you, because they need you to stay on so they can stay on. So if you say, let's say one day, oh, I'm going to do the 21-day fix, and it gets to like day 11, and you're like, oh, today I just lost it. I didn't do it. Tomorrow I'm getting back on. Okay, so if you get back on, that's great. But then the next program, you do the same thing. If you are consistent with falling off the wagon, you're going to be committed to falling off the wagon. And then those other people that want to join you are probably going to go somewhere else, because they need to see that you are doing the things you are asking them to do every single day. And then another thing is, are you negative on social media? Are you, and I know that most of us, we show our highlight reel, and we do want to be real and true and show our struggles, but at the same time, we don't want to drag people down. Think about when you're scrolling through Facebook and you're like, oh, there she goes again. Or, oh, I knew she would do that because she's always really happy and positive and she always has something motivating. Oh, there's that girl. She's pulling me down again. I mean, I'm sure that you can think of someone right now that drags you down on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So if you look through your Facebook and see some of that, first of all, I would delete it. And then second of all, just think before you post. Think, is this going to help boost someone's day? Or am I showing my struggle today that's real? Or am I just giving them a whole bunch of words to hear myself talk type of thing? Think of this business as a blessing. On Super Sunday, this past Sunday, Erica Buzzard said that, and that really hit home with me. This is a blessing, and we can bless other people with this opportunity instead of holding it back and being afraid that they're going to say no, because they're not saying no to us. They're saying not right now to the opportunity, or they're saying no to the products. It's not us. But we have this blessing that we can share with everyone. We've been blessed, and it's only right if we bless other people with the opportunity as well. Let me take a drink. So what's your vision for your commitment in Beachbody? Are you acting like the CEO of a business, or are you a Beachbody coach? See how that's different? Are you the CEO of your own business, or are you, I'm a Beachbody coach? Or, I'm a teacher and I'm a Beachbody coach too. Like, are you excited about that? Because you're not just a Beachbody coach. You are you're CEO of your own health and fitness business. What are your goals for this business? And whatever your goals are, that's okay. Maybe you just want to get your gas paid for each month, and that's awesome. I mean, who doesn't, right? But think a little bit bigger. Maybe you want to pay off a student loan. Maybe you want to pay your car off. Maybe you want to take your kids to Disneyland. Just keep building those goals and making them a little bit higher, because the sky's the limit in this business. And I still can't get my head wrapped around that. But the longer I'm in it, the more I see it. Do you have a BHAG? A BHAG is a big, hairy, audacious goal. A goal that you think like, I'm not sure that I can ever hit that goal, but I'm going to write it down because it's big and it's hairy and it's scary. And one day I want to hit that goal. I want you tonight, after this call, to write down what your BHAG is. And you don't have to share it with anyone. Just write it down, put it somewhere, and then revisit that every once in a while. Where are you going in your business? How do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself just staying stagnant? Do you see yourself maybe dropping off? No, that's a no. Or do you see yourself really going far with this? And really going far, maybe like in 3 years, where are you going to be? So that could be a BHAG, because 3 years is a long time from now. So your mindset is everything. If you say, I'm not going to get anywhere, I'm probably just going to stay right here, then you're going to stay right here. But if you say, I'm going to be a top 10 coach in 2 years, then I can't say that you'll be a top 10 coach, but you may. You're thinking that, so it's definitely going to move that way. Now, think in maximums. So many times, and I do this all the time, I think, okay, so my goal every month is SC10, and many people's goal is SC5, but that's thinking in minimums. We need to boost that. We need to have an SC20 mentality and say, every month I'm going to hit SC20, because even if we don't hit SC20, we may hit SC15, we may hit SC10, but I bet we hit more than SC5. Okay, so think in maximums. And also, if you think, well, I'm going to be a diamond coach next month, why don't you say I'm going to be a star diamond coach in 2 months? Or just think bigger and change your mindset. What's her name? Christina Delgado. She said this quote. She said, success is defined by how you define it. So again, if success is putting gas in your car every week, then you are having success. If that is, I don't know, getting your workout in every day, that you are having success. You define your own success. But remember, make it a little bit bigger than what you think you can handle. Oh my gosh, look at this guy. I found that picture. I'm like, I gotta put that in there. Okay, so in your invitations, I want you to be friendly and I want you to personalize it, but I don't want you to put all of your junk on these people. So don't make it too personal, all your baggage on these people. Invite with intention to help. At the end of the month, when you are at SC3 or SC4 and you're like, oh my gosh, I just need that last point, we start to think about the points and we start to forget about the people and we start to forget about the intention of helping those people, because what we are really here to do is to help people, not grab another point out of the air really quick. But I mean, it's really, really hard not to think like that when you're at SC3 or 4 at the end of the month. So some things I like to do before I invite, actually just did this before this call, is like pump myself up with music or personal development. There's those YouTube videos that are motivational and really good. I listen to Ellie Goulding. That's my thing. I actually listened to Chalene Johnson, and then I turned it to music and listened to Ellie Goulding because that pumps me up. If you're in my group exercise classes, you'll hear a lot of that before class. Make connections with the people that you are inviting. So we don't want to be invitation bombs. We don't want to be like, hey, join me, blah, 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 blah. You want to be like, hey, how's your family? How's your little girl? Check their Facebook page, see what they're up to. Hey, I saw Annie was going to kindergarten next year. How are you feeling about that? And then leave it there. Forming takes a little bit. You have to have some patience to form, but it really works. So if you don't know, form means, the F means family. So you ask about their family. O, you ask about their occupation. Do they work full-time? Do they work part-time? Do they like their job? What do they do in their job? R is for recreation. What do they do in their free time? Do they like to go camping? Do they like to cook? You just kind of talk about them. And then M is message. So this is kind of where you turn the form into kind of your invitation. So, hey, I saw that you have, we talked about you having kids and not having too much time. I have these 30-minute workouts that I thought you might really enjoy. Is this something you would want to learn more about right now? And that's kind of how you get into that. Let's see. So I said personalize the message by checking their Facebook page. This is kind of funny. I learned this at New Leader Conference, and it's Bonnie Engel. So if you follow Bonnie Engel, when you look at her Facebook page, you're smiling the whole time. She said to smile while you're inviting, because it definitely changes your words a little bit and makes it a little happier. And if you're Christy, you're going to put a ton of exclamation marks at the end. No, but do you guys smile, or when you put an emoji on your message, do you make that face? Because I do. I'm like, smile, or like the eyes up in the air one. Anyway, use words like promotional price, because challenge packs are all promotional price. So just because we have sale challenge packs, they are all on sale all the time. You can, I don't remember how much you can save, but you save a lot of money. So you can use the challenge pack as a promotional price. And then end your invitation with right now. So is this something you are interested in right now? Because then they could say, it kind of gives them an out too. If they aren't interested right now, they could say, I'm not interested right now, but check back with me. Or hopefully that gets away from some of the crickets if you say right now. And then slow down, speed racer. I have to tell myself this all the time. So I have the Apple Watch, and I get all my messages and everything on my watch, which is actually worse for me, because as soon as I get a message, I'm like, oh, I got to go message him back. But no, I don't. I need to slow down, because once I go there and start messaging them back right away, then it almost looks desperate. And I am just now getting to the point where I can okay, I'll get to them in a little bit. And I also set office hours for myself. So I'm not very good at that yet. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on staying within my office hours so that I really need to take my watch off is what I need, and put my phone somewhere. But I set office hours so that I can be present with my family, because I'm a workaholic. I can sit here and I can work all day long, but I need to put my phone down and go over there and slow down, speed racer. Are you a product of your own words? All right, so if you were online dating, how would you describe yourself? You would probably describe yourself like really, really good, right? But do you really believe that? So if you were going to tell someone about yourself, do you really believe everything that you would write out as your description? Because I hope so. Whatever we write out because we want to kind of impress people, I hope that you really believe that, and you act like that and act with confidence. Let's see. So emojis. I like to use emojis. Some people don't. That's fine. I can get overzealous with emojis. I think emojis can speak for themselves, and I use a lot of them, but I need to cut it down a little bit. And then punctuation. I used to be, Christy's like, that's me. No, I used to be the exclamation, hold it down, where it would just be like, I used to do that. And I don't remember who told me, but she was like, you gotta stop doing that. So I stopped. I use one, maybe two now, but watch your punctuation, and also the ... I used to do that a lot too. Let's just use regular. So again, I'm going to ask you, are you a Beachbody coach, or are you the CEO of your business? So treat it as such. If you were the CEO of a brick and mortar somewhere, I bet you'd be there every single day. I bet you would be doing all those things that you had to do to keep your business moving. Are you living the lifestyle of a CEO, or are you just using these products that we have? Are you showing and living the lifestyle of Beachbody, or I use the products, I really like them, they're really nice, I work out, I drink my Shakeology? Or are you kind of turning into a CEO of Beachbody? Does that make sense? I hope so. Not really? No. Christy's like, mm-mm. Poor Christy, I can only see her, so I'm looking at her every time. So what I'm saying is, we are using the products, but when you are out in public, here's a good example. My coach, she says, when you are out in public, and I love this, you need to be presented like a CEO. So when she gets on a call with us, she's always put together. She always has lip gloss on, and she talks about putting lip gloss on a lot, and or just looking presentable when you are the presenter. So when I am out, I am the presenter, I feel like, of my business, because I'm the CEO of my business. So I want, even though my hair has probably not been washed in days. Okay, I washed it tonight. But it's back. It's kind of slick back. I'm usually wearing Beachbody gear somehow. I am the CEO of my business. So my body is my business, because that's what we are in the business of. That sounds awful. But you know what I mean? We are the product of the product. So the product of the product has to look put together. It has to look like a CEO of your business. I'm moving on. All right, so Mindy Longhorn said this quote. She said, failure is my feedback. So many times people think, I failed, that's it, I can't do anymore. Last year, at the end of last year, I failed hard, and it hurt really bad. And I missed, some of you may know this, some of you may not, but I missed our team missed elite by 7 points, and I felt like a failure. I felt like I let everyone down because it was 7 points. Oh, that still hurts. But it was 7 points. So I let the team down. That's how I felt. And I could have quit, but I didn't. I decided, you know what? I'm going to take a couple days. I'm going to feel sorry for myself. And then I'm going to switch it and I'm going to push harder because our team deserves this. So failure is my feedback. It's not my reason to quit. And I'm sure that you've seen this quote, failure is not an option. I don't quite agree with this quote because I think failure is an option because it teaches you. Again, it's feedback. It teaches you what you need to do better the next time. So I changed this to giving up is not an option. Failure is an option. You fail, but you keep moving forward, failing forward. But giving up is not an option. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So Christina Delgado also said the power of your words can create your vibe or attract resistance. So again, I like to just go back to my social media, something that I think is like this awesome post. Oh, I had this great idea. If I go back to it a couple days later, it's almost like that time hop thing when you see time hop from 2 years ago and you're like, oh, did I really write that? Like, what was I thinking? I mean, it's like Jamie is cooking. Like, why does anybody care? So I always like to go through my social media and say, you know what? 10 days ago, I thought this post was really cool. Now it's not really cool. So I'm going to delete it. And because I want to attract people that are like me, but 10 days ago, this girl that posted that, like, I don't want to attract that. So are you a helper? Then you're going to attract helpers. Are you a talker, someone who doesn't listen? Then you're going to attract more talkers. But if you're a listener, you're going to attract listeners. Are you self-motivated? Are you a slug? My dad always calls my mom a slug, which I think is hilarious. Yeah, but she's not. But that's like a pet name. Pet. Yeah, so are you a slug? If you're a slug, you're going to attract more slugs. If you're prompt, you're going to hopefully attract more prompt people, friendly, etc. So these qualities that you could write down about yourself, good and bad, that's who you're going to attract. Now, do you have things you need to work on? I hope so. Everybody has stuff they need to work on. That's what our personal development is for. Because we don't want to attract our bad qualities. We want to attract our good qualities. Again, I said this earlier, we can't reach the world and we don't want to reach the world. We want to reach people that are like us. It's easier to give birth than to resurrect the dead. And this goes along with coaching. It's so much easier to start your new coaches off right and continue to work with them so they can keep moving their business forward instead of starting them kind of letting them fall off, because once they fall off, it's really, really, really hard to get them back and to get them back motivated. Believe me, it's really hard. So start them off right and work with them, give them your time and attention, and then they will soar. All right, so I think this is my last, not my last slide, but my last topic here is success partners. These ladies right here are my success partners. I was grouped with them by my coach. I knew of them, but I didn't know them at all, really. I knew Kate, which is at the bottom right. I knew her for a while, but just kind of not really. So we were all just kind of strangers to one another when we were grouped together. But we were grouped together because we had the same lifestyle, the same work ethic. Our personalities are not the same. If you know all four of us, you know that we are all very different, but we complement each other. I can have tough conversations with them and they can have tough conversations with me so that we can move our business forward. For example, we work with small groups. So we have 2 small groups that we're working with right now, helping them to get to elite as well, helping ourselves get to elite. And one of the ladies was talking about how she loves her full-time job, but she loves Beachbody. She doesn't plan on giving up her full-time job. And I thought that was fine. You know, she plans to do them both really well. A couple in the success group here, a couple coaches said, well, why wouldn't you want to quit your full-time job if you're matching your income? And I kind of felt uncomfortable with that. So after we got off the call, I said, hey, I think we might have went too far. It's not our job to tell someone to quit their full-time job. You know, it's our job to help them move forward in whatever way they want to move forward. So I felt comfortable enough to say that to them. And then we had a conversation and we were like, you know, that's right. We shouldn't have done that. So tough conversations need to be had, and nobody's going to get mad at each other. If you get mad at each other, then you shouldn't be success partners. We help each other stay accountable. You know, we talk about Success Club and different things, but it's mostly we're talking every single day and holding each other like, hey, you said you were going to do this today. Did you do it? And normally I'm like, oh, I thought that they were going to forget about that, but that's what they do for me. We check in every single day. We talk multiple times a day on a message thread. I mean, I'd say like 8 to 10 times a day. Think about in your success partner, if you're 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever, think about what you can offer. When you're first in a success group or success partnership, you want to hold back because it's scary. You don't know them very well, but think about what you can offer them and then they will think about what they can offer, and everybody gives a little bit and then everybody grows. Also think about what you need to work on. I know that I need to work on confidence. That's what I have needed to work on from day one. And so they help me with that, and they also help me not get down on myself because I take things very personally. And most of the time it's not something that should be taken personally, but that's just me. So they help me get over that hump. And then think about them like you're just dating them. You're trying to figure out if you want to marry this success partner or not. So give it a 90-day trial. If after 90 days it doesn't work, no hard feelings. It's just not working. Sometimes your work schedules are different. Sometimes your lifestyles are different. It just doesn't work, but no hard feelings. But give yourself a 90-day out. Say 90 days, this is our end date. If you decide that you want to continue, perfect. That's the goal. All right, and then why diamond? I guess I had one more slide. So why diamond? So diamond is you making a serious commitment to your business. It means you are engaged to your business. So when you hit diamond, that means, all right, things are starting to move. You are not going to get rich at diamond, I promise, but you are going to move towards that way. All right. It also means you're not playing house anymore. This is real. You're engaged. You're about to get married to your business. And then once you become a star diamond, you're starting to have kids. Like you have people under you that are also building a business. And so you have to get that income and you have to keep building to continue your family. All right, last one. It's hard to beat a person who never gives up. And it's easy to give up. It is. But failure is an option, but giving up is not an option. I don't want anybody here. I don't want anyone on our team to give up. And sometimes it just doesn't work out. But I don't want you to give up easily. I don't want you to give up at all. All right? All right. So let me unshare my screen. Hey, I did pretty good. I'm only 7 minutes over. Where'd it go? There it is. No. There we go. All right. So I'm done talking. So I want you guys to talk. Give me some questions or some comments or whatever you have. And I can unmute the people on the phone.
I don't want kids, Jamie. I don't want any kids. You need a better analogy. I never wanted kids.
You have grandkids.
I don't, but I'm just saying. But thanks for the kick in the butt.
Yeah, I thought that was actually Shay Stanford did a call and she kind of connected Beachbody to dating, and I thought that was hilarious. But I went a little farther with it than she did. So, yes. So think of your kids as your cats. You could do that. Okay, thumbs up on that one. Rita loves cats, so she's gonna not play house. She's gonna be a diamond with cats. All right. So, what questions, comments, anything do you have?
What?
Sorry. Do you have kind of like a format of how you start with your success partner, like kind of topics that you talk about, or like how, what you're holding each other accountable to kind of get that going?
Yeah, when we first started, Julie would be on a call with us every single week. So she would kind of take it. And so we would talk about 2-week goals. Even though we would meet every week, we would talk about our 2-week goals. We would talk about our monthly goals. And we'd talk about successes and struggles. So usually those 4 things, but we all had a lot to talk about every single week to where we could be on the phone for an hour and a half some days and just be talking the whole time. Now, we didn't want to be, we tried to cut it down, but now we don't meet very much on the phone. We have a message thread. And so if somebody has an idea or question or comment, we just put it in that message thread. And then we do a lot of voice messaging because typically we're in the car driving. So those are usually the four things.
You're eating.
All right. Helen, is that you? 434?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have a question?
Yeah. At what point did you get a success partner? And how did that even, Julie just said, this is what you're going to do? Or is this something we should seek out on our own?
I have had a few success partners, actually. Actually, Kate Brockmeyer and I were kind of success partners, but we really didn't. I don't know. It was early in the business, and so it just didn't work well because we didn't know what we were doing, pretty much. So we didn't know how to help each other and everything. I became success partners with them. It was after Summit last year. I want to say it was around maybe September. And she grouped us together because we were all trying to get elite. So that's why she put us together. And I think she was just like, let's try this type of thing. And it's really worked. So that's why now I have 2 groups I work with that are doing the same thing. But I would get a success partner right away. So it could be someone on the team. It could be someone you don't know. Typically, the people you don't know work a little better because you almost don't want to give them a bad vibe, you want to work with them. But if that doesn't work for you, anybody, it doesn't matter. Just as long as you can hold each other accountable. I'm looking at her phone. Sorry, I need to look up here. Just as long as you guys can hold each other accountable and check in every day and bounce ideas off of each other. And it can be 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. I wouldn't go more than 4 people though, because we actually did have one extra person with us. She decided it wasn't her time right now. Again, no hard feelings. She just decided to step back a little bit. So, but I wouldn't go any more than 4, and 2 usually, especially in the beginning, 2 people together usually work a little bit better. Okay. Angie, did I answer your question all the way? All right, good. Anything else? Yeah, Kathy?
Yeah, so I'm having an issue with people committing as far as for my challenge groups. And I literally had about 5 people that were like, yes, in April, this is what I want to do. I see what you're doing. I want to do it. And I'm like, great. So, I gave them some time and I'm like, all right, just checking in, making sure you're still interested. And they're like, sure, yeah, I really want to do it. And then nothing. Nothing is happening. And I don't know what to do.
Okay.
It's so frustrating.
When was the last time you think they said yes and then nothing? Like how long between the
what I
follow-ups?
do is I normally give it like 2 days. So say if I checked in on Sunday, then I would follow up like Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on like how the conversation went. So it's not like I give it a lot of time, or they'll just flat out read like the message and then nothing will happen. So it's like I don't want to, keep harping on it, but it's like I don't want them to miss an opportunity because like even through the messages they voiced like I want to lose 40 pounds, I want to do this, and I'm like awesome, like you're showing that you really want to do it. So it's like I don't want to be too pushy, but then yet I don't want to not push. I don't know.
Right. So what I would do is go back to them. So first, have you tried messaging them at different times?
Yes.
Okay. So like message in the morning, they see
Yes.
it, message at night, they see it. All right. Because I've done that recently, and so they might see it in the morning and maybe forget.
Yeah.
So I'll change the time and message at night. I would just say, so go back to them and say, hey, I know you said you wanted to lose 30 pounds and do this and this and this. What's holding you back?
Okay.
And make sure you say, I know that you've seen I saw that you saw my messages, and I know you want to lose 30 pounds. Can I ask what's holding you back?
Okay.
Because you really do want to know what's holding them
Well,
back.
yeah.
And you also want to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
And then, so hopefully they respond. If they don't respond, I would follow up one more time and say, when your group starts and last day to grab your, Erica calls them goodies. I kind of liked that. Or instead of like purchase or buy your products, if you get your goodies, then you'll get them in time for this start date. And I really want to help you because I know, and then repeat whatever their goals were.
Okay.
If you keep repeating their goals, they're like, oh, she got me.
Okay.
Because I do want to lose 30 pounds.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then I also have in that, let me find it, the to-do, here we go. The to-do app, where'd it go? I have a script for crickets. Let me find it. I want to read it so everybody can hear it. And it's funny, like I thought, am I really going to say this to people? But every time I've sent it, they've finally written me back. So this is for people who say they're interested, and you can see that they're reading your messages over and over and over. You would say, hey, how are you? And I always like to say, like, how annoying am I being right now? I kind of make it lighthearted. I wanted to let you know that if you aren't interested in coaching or in the challenge pack, I understand. I'm looking for some advice here if you don't mind helping me out. I love this job, and I'm really trying to help my family and all my team succeed to become financially free. I was wondering if I missed anything explaining coaching or explaining the challenge group to you. How could I improve the conversation? I know that that's kind of a weird question, but I'm always looking to get better. I'd love any feedback. Have a great day. And so then they're like, oh, I forgot to message her back. She thinks, I don't like her. I don't want to join her or whatever. And then typically they'll respond. So just kind of, again, changing your words to get those people, get their minds or the ball rolling. All right. Anything else? No? All right. Well, thanks for coming. Sorry. I always go over. I need to get better. I thought my PowerPoint was going to be so short, and it wasn't. So I'm going to shorten it next time, and we'll get you out of here hopefully in 30 minutes. But, if you get on here and we're still going, just smile and nod. All right. So have a good night. Again, thank you so much for coming, and have a good weekend. Bye.